Hey guys, what's up? JC here to give my review for Codebreaker episode 4. Now, this episode was pretty funny. There was some really cool, funny parts in this episode, man. And I gotta say, Toki is this guy Toki is trippy. He is very trippy. I mean the typical anime trippy guy. He's pretty trippy. I'm pretty interested in him this far. I to say this right now. I like his power more than I like Ogami's power because Ogami is just blue flames that vaporize everything. But his power, he can control magnetic fields. That was really cool. The way he just pried open the door and the way he just stopped the bullets with his magnetic field power. It's just really that was really cool. That was really cool. So I like his power much more than Ogami so far. Um, in fact, hell, I even like there's that one guy in last week's episode, the guy with the sonic sonar voice. His power I like better than Ogami's. I gotta say, I like his power better than Ogami's too. So, yeah, this pretty much episode is the next day after what happened at the end of last week's episode. Sakura, she wakes up outside her house, it's the second time it happened. Her parents start to question her. Sakura, why were you sleeping outside? She's like, oh, I was participating in the outdoor club. They don't believe her because, they're her parents, so they know the kind of faces she makes when she lies, so they don't believe her, but they realize, if she's lying, it's probably for some important reason, so they kind of like, put it aside, they don't question it that much. And Toki shows up. He pretty much shows up in place of Ogami because Ogami had to go talk to the superiors, the guys in charge of the Codebreaker, what was it? Policy Bureau, the Codebreaker Bureau. Now we saw this first scene at the beginning of this episode where Ogami is just talking to these guys, and they sign him this job to assassinate this pretty important political guy. And Ogami, he just right off the bat goes up and hits them with like one of his blue flames. And he knew they were robots. They were just some robots in cloaks. So he says, hey, instead of just standing here, giving me this arrogant attitude with these robots, why don't you just come here in person and give me the job? Alright? He says he's not a lackey. He is a part-time worker. So Ogami does not give no fucks. No fucks given. Now Toki is playing this game. He's playing the game, son. He's trying to make moves on Sakura. He's trying to be all sly and slick. I'm like, Toki, you're not slick. You ain't slick. And then when they get to school, there's this random guy. I think we saw him before with the white hair. His name's Hiki, I think how you pronounce his name. This guy is outside with like this fancy table and chairs and tea, and he's waving for something like "Good morning, Sakura Kuchi Kun." I'm like, what the? He just randomly out there with a table and tea. That's random. that is really random. That was really random, and he does it again too later on the rooftop. I'm like, how does he get that stuff? How does he get that stuff? And it was random. It was very weird. So Sakura and Ogami are as class, and Toki's just wandering around the school. Sakura goes up to him like, what the hell are you doing here? And Ogami follows too, because Ogami, this guy is on Sakura like a hawk, man. I know he's watching her, but he's just all up on her, man. Like, I mean, not like all up on her. I mean, he's just following her. And then it's revealed that pretty much Toki goes to this very like high class high school where all the rich kids go to apparently, and it's really weird. It's really weird, pretty much. And Toki, he also mentions how most code breakers are pretty much doing their job because they plan to achieve a certain goal. Now, this goal is different for every code breaker. So, apparently for Toki, his goal is to protect someone. Now, we can only assume that this is his sister, who we see later on at the rooftop, who's randomly... Why is she on the roof? She was randomly on the rooftop. I'm like... I don't know if she was spying them or what. So, apparently, this is weird. She says... what's her name? Fujiwara. She says that she does not have any siblings. And I think Ogami mentioned this once. He mentions this, that code breakers have their entire history is erased. You know, all the information about their family, you know, where they came from, is erased. So what happens is Sakura makes the assumption that Toki is a code breaker because he's trying to protect his sister. And it's interesting. This is very interesting. So overall, this was a pretty good episode. Pretty good. Oh, at the end when they're at the mansion and trying to get to the politician guy, these two guys come out of nowhere with these weird abilities. Apparently, code breakers aren't the only ones who could have, you know, special abilities on some hero shit, on some heroes alphas bullshit. So apparently it's gonna be some fire next week. So I can't wait to see the action for next week. But pretty much this week's episode, very interesting, very good. Toki is a trip. He is crazy, and that white hair guy Hiki, he is also crazy. I mean, he's obviously trying to play the game. I see you, Hiki. I see you. Game recognized game, son. I see you. I know what you try to do. Try to pull the moves on Sakura like, want some tea? You know he put roofies in that tea. You know he he put roofies in that tea. I bet you. So yeah, good episode. This has been MasterKingJC. Keep on keeping on. I'll catch you guys again next time. Peace.